might be wondering, why so mysterious? Why is the image up? Well, you see, owing to the way in which things are working out with my new job and everything else, I'm kind of doing things a little bit on the fly. So, yeah, it's all just a little bit off kilter. So you'll have to bear with me. I'm doing this a little bit quick, but I want to get the introduction out of the way now, while we're all just talking, and bring you up to speed for those of you who missed it. You know what's actually going on. So, when last we left off, and that's where there's no engine in the background. There's not meant to be. Just bear with me. We were rather successfully somewhat bashing the Imperial Russians over the head with a sledgehammer, although they had struck back, if you recall, and had sank one of our battle cruisers, in an action that did annoy me somewhat in the way they pulled it off. But I am fairly confident that we should be able to, with relative ease, especially with some of the assets I've got coming on stream and some of the new destroyers that are working up and everything else that's coming with it, easily be able to once more continue in our fine tradition of beating the Russians over the head. Now let's not forget, here. Let's not forget the fact that we are less than half... not again, Russia. We've been over this. You don't have the mass. This is not going to end well for you. You're literally feeding your troops into a meat grinder. Sorry, your ships into a meat grinder. This ends one way and one way only. I don't know what you're expecting from this, Russia. I mean, I really don't. I'm just sat there going, why? Why would you do this? Why would you do this to yourself? Like, just stop. Get some help. Stop trying to, you know, blow yourselves up. I am not complaining. If they want to let me, I mean, if they want to come into the range of land-based air cover, where my submarines are basically extant en masse, under the cover of the 2 Kadabar aircraft carriers that I possess currently in the active fleet, and they think that this is something that's going to result in anything other than a total defeat, then sure. Why not? Be my guest. Can't believe these 2 things have survived every battle they've been in. They were built as treaty crew, as the biggest things we could build under the peace treaty that ended the Third Sino-Japanese War. And somehow, despite me expecting literally nothing from them, they won't fucking die. But yeah, if we can find the enemy transports, then we can sink the enemy transports and we can achieve victory. We don't know where the enemy is, though, which is annoying. We'll see how we go. I'm not expecting too much in the way of enemy cap. So we'll see what oh, okay. Oh, that'll be the merchant convoy. Right, we'll go and blow that up with our... We'll send our surface assets to go blow that. Oh, never mind. never mind. We have, in fact, found the enemy primary force. Well, in that case, then, get me... a fairly heavy strike. Leaning will also bring some fighters with naval strike as well. Just for now. If we blow up the merchants, they just can't win. So, yeah. Have fun with that one. We will adjust it slightly further north, but we should be getting radar contact soon. Yep, there we go. Radar contact. Spotted. No sightings on the enemy carriers yet. Which means I probably need to readjust my search pattern. There we go. But we've got radar contact now. We're going to bring our battleship in, and she's going to tear apart anything that might threaten the... Oh, there. That is the merchant convoy. That is the merchant convoy. Oh, that's really not what they wanted to see right now. That's... Ah, that will probably be the Russians' only battlecruiser in theater, I expect. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to mag dump her. Well, that's not what I wanted. Okay, that's fine. But those were not the intended targets of that missile swarm. Right, let's try this again. We have 7 missiles left. Hit her! Damn it. Problem is, Admiral Lazarev is better, technically, than the, than Kang Ding. She's better protected, faster, and has the same armament. Now, Kang Ding is a battleship, so... And she does have much thicker armor on her turrets. Oh, no, she doesn't. Yeah, this is the problem. That missile salvo was supposed to be the thing that would weaken Admiral Lazarev and, you know, enable Kang Ding to put her down. And again, Kang Ding's crew is much more experienced. They've served in numerous gunline engagements. They know their business. And of course, as an all-forward ship, Admiral Lazarev is really not up to snuff when it comes to engaging. Ooh, good lord. 2 16-inch shit hits. Kang Ding's good gunnery crew is really coming in clutch. Right, okay. So, just something else I want to highlight quickly as well. So, with work being the way it is, and since I do actually want to... Can we do a strike at night? I think we can, actually. There we go. We have no eyes on the enemy's carriers at all. No sighting reports have told us where they are. So... this is gonna be more than just a tiny bit interesting. So we're going to launch a night carrier strike against the enemy fleet. Now, I've never done one of these before. Not really. So I've no idea how this is going to go. I can tell you one thing, though. The Russians are not breaking through Kang Ding and her escorts. The tough old battleship of China. Like, she is actively going to make sure they don't get through. Because it doesn't matter about darkness. We have radar. We have decent radar as well. I don't know why you would approach when my destroyers might be getting more modern. They still carry torpedo tubes. Like, this is not a no-risk scenario for you. Like, my destroyers still carry torpedo tubes. They will still hurt you. If you are stupid enough to, for some reason, underestimate that. Oh, and of course, you know, our aircraft have actually found the enemy ships by the flashes of their guns. So that'll be interesting. Sod it. Go on, destroyers. If you think you can have a crack at him, have a crack at him. The enemy's battle cruiser is never going to be so vulnerable as it is right now. There we go. Something's been hit by a torpedo dropped by our aircraft. Admiral Lazarev is again taking more and more fire. Our destroyers are going in. Yeah, this really, it's gonna be rough on the screening forces of the Chinese Navy. We're definitely gonna be down. Well, those new destroyers I'm building, they are definitely gonna be needed to replace war losses. Absolutely. Admiral Lazarev, though, I don't think she's in a good way at all. Like, she's slower than we are. We're doing 19 knots. Something must have really battered her. And when it comes to a close-range slugging match, we are much better set up for that than she is. I'm gonna guess that was a feed water hit, wasn't it? No, it was an engine room hit. It's alright, we're not badly damaged, it's just an engine room casualty. It's annoying, but it is what it is. I do wish the crew of Chuhai would slow the fuck down! Please, thank you. Do not send that ship to the bottom for no flipping reason, thank you very much. Oh wait, hang on. Because my crews are qualled for night ops, I can do night searches now. Again, I'm trying to put myself between the enemy and their objective. I mean, we do have plenty of submarines around as well. But from what I can see, though, my guesstimate would be that given the sheer amount of pounding they took in the action, along with the possibility that fresh carrier strikes could and probably will come in the morning, if I were the Russians, I'd cut their losses and break for home. This is really not a good idea to be out here facing me like this. It really, really isn't. Okay, aerial recon's going out. Yes, we will pick up survivors if we can find them. What's the report? Ah, battle cruisers. Apparently that's fresh. Can't be fresh. Jesus, did they just... Bloody hell! Jesus! Slowed to 13 knots while damage control is undertaken. Where the hell did they come from? Probably from the Naval Air Station at Gavin. That'd be my guesstimate. She'll be all right. She's got good damage. She's got good damage control, and we slowed her down so she could deal with the damage. And now it's time for our revenge. There we go. So our... Yep, so that is a fresh thing. So that the enemy battle cruiser spotted. Right. So while Li Ning is repairing her damage, it's up to Xining to actually deliver the killing blow. But deliver it she will. If we can't do guided, then we will do torpedoes. But that's fine. We should have jet attackers on the go, though, for our larger carriers that we're building, which should be capable of actually operating them. Or which can carry 2 anti-ship missiles, which is... I'm going to keep my guesstimate that they're there. Don't forget, we still have aircraft coming in from our land-based air bases as well. So, I am very quietly confident that we're going to achieve a success here. Very quietly confident indeed. Hashtag rattle them, boys. Okay, torpedoes have been dropped. Dive bombers are going in. Yeah, it's our land-based patrol bombers that have really got to try and do the damage. But, suffice to say, that does confirm my suspicion. The enemy is now... no longer making a run to do the naval invasion. They have given up. Wow. Level bombing actually achieving bomb hits on a bloody moving ship at sea. I mean, good lord. These Spanish CA-58s are really, again, those... troll bombers trying to level bomb Kangding. I mean, she's put up probably a heavy AA barrage. Okay. From where? Oh, Korokosakov, yeah. No, we still don't have... Oh no, Li Ning is back in service. Just about. Looks like she's a little bit battered, but she should be alright. Rockets have been launched against enemy merchant ships. Yeah, this is the same result the Russians got when they tried to do this last time. Yeah, this is really not going well. Our land-based aircraft can just continue to hit them over and over and over again. Damn. Where is she? Well, anyway. Oh, she's there. Oh, Jesus, wow, she took an engine casualty to the face. Jesus. Like, bloody hell, lads. Well, you can with like 4 or 5 aircraft. I said like 8 or 9. Oh my god. The guided bombs are just... We haven't hit any of the enemy light carriers, sadly, which is annoying, and I don't think we're going to, given the way in which... Although the reduction of enemy surface assets would be greatly appreciated, especially their heavy cruisers, and that battle cruiser in particular is an annoying pest I'd very much like to get rid of. I've had it under the guns of Hang Ding for like 3 engagements now, but we just haven't been able to put the thing down. It does go to show that naval gunfights do still happen in engagements like this. Wonder if I could refit the our cruisers into AA cruisers with missiles. Definitely be something I could do. It's possible. We lost 1 light cruiser to a mine, 5 destroyers. They lost a... What? Okay. Okay. That's, okay, we managed to nail a Russian carrier. Nice. Okay, so well played to our boys from the airfield. We did heavily batter Viborg. Like, oh god, she got nailed by Kang Ding. Just continually battered with 16-inch and 11-inch shell hits from our cruisers as well. So it takes a 2 heavy missiles as well from our airbase aircraft. Unfortunately, we did lose the poor old Chuhai. Although I think, yeah, she was... Yeah, she was... Yeah, okay, so she was already damaged before that. That is a problem. Yeah, the destroyers. So we lost. Okay, that's one of the rebuild destroyers, but it's one of the 5-inch gunboats, which is very annoying. That's one of the older 4-inch destroyers. Not too bothered about that. That's one of the brand new 5-inch destroyers. I'm very bothered about that. 4-inch destroyer, not too bothered about that. And again, so we lost 2 destroyers I'm bothered about and 3 that I'm not. Fair enough. Still, a victory is a victory. And the army couldn't even attempt to deliver a blow to the enemy. Try as they might, they just cannot seem to do it. No matter how much time and effort I give them. Sod it. If you want something done, do it yourself. If the army will not do it, then the navy will do it. Oh, we don't have it. We don't have either our battleships or our battle crew. But then again, neither do they. Action with light forces. Okay. A lot of our light forces on the front line actually do have anti-ship missiles, and we do have one of our light cruisers with us. What? Some battleships and support... The Russians don't even have any battleships. Like, what? What is the game talking about? Like, game, what are you doing? Please stop. Like, are you high or something? Please, cease. Cease the idiocy. The Russians do not even have battleships. Like, please stop telling me they do. They do not. Let's try a short fire, shall we? Let's just have Ping Hai unleash her missiles. At least that way, whatever it is, we'll have missiles to deal with. If it is an enemy armoured cruiser. Whatever it is, we could probably give it another... pair of missiles. Well, whatever that was, hopefully, we can, yeah, whatever those ships were have just been subjected to an awful lot of missile fire. And then our very much X ships. Yeah, okay, that's one of the first engagements where the majority of the damage has been done by missiles, not guns. That's the first time that's actually happened. And it is beautiful. Like, it is actually beautiful. Like, that is absolutely glorious. Like, you love to see it. The edge in Chinese missile superiority is still continuing to be ours. The Russians still don't have any missiles on their ships. They haven't even refitted any of their destroyers or light cruisers or anything. When it comes to having missiles at sea, it's literally just us. Which means that we could basically deliver damage without rebuke whenever we damn well please. Which, you know, is just peachy. There we go. And we're re-entering port. Because, yeah, that was basically most of the Russian ships out at sea. Like, this... The war does not go well. Nice. We've got attack jets. Well, I'm not thinking any enemy merchants at all. Which is concerning. Since I had hoped that we would be. And we're going to get 2 of the carriers into the fleet before the war ends, which is good. Obviously, I'd want to iterate on Kangding rather than build something completely new. I'd like to step up 3 inches to have our 19-inch guns. I don't think we're going to need anything like extra armor. And the reason for this is simply because, well, to be blunt, they already have a solid immunity zone against those guns. And, yeah, I'm getting these things for the range, and I can't really make her resistant to these guns at any meaningful long range. Without a stupid level of deck protection. I could actually thin her belt armor and increase her deck armor. That would work. If I thinned her belt armor and her turret faces, and upped her deck protection. I'm not actually sure I like that. That gives me 8 guns. What about 9? Now a 9 19-inch gunship. That would be a little bit interesting. And of course I could also carry even more anti-ship missiles. Oh, shit! Halfman! He snuck up on me out of nowhere! Oh boy. We got a live one, boys. We got a live one. And you, sir, are out of here. If I could actually, if it'll let me. The Yellow Sea must be full of wreckage. Hauptmann, you have no bloody idea. Yeah, okay, well, we'll have to revisit the idea of building a next-generation Chinese capital ship later. But for now, did we have... Did we get... We did, okay. So... The plan is simple. We trade the aft mount for 2 single launchers for medium SAMs on these ships, if the game will let me. Oh, no, okay, it absolutely will let me. That's brilliant. We'll drop the 4-inch guns down to 6 in 6 single mounts. There we go. And we'll get radar directed AA, but we'll drop it down to like 6 guns. There. That's pretty good, actually. I can probably also give them ASW mortars and rockets as well, which would be kind of funny. And that for 900 would give me, yeah, a pair of actual shit. I never thought about like these things actually being converted into our first anti-aircraft missile cruisers. They're about the right size and speed for it. Although it is taking some weird warped treaty ships and turning them into weird warped missile cruisers. But it works after a fashion. Right. Okay, so we actually are going to invade the Langtung Peninsula. We have all 3 of our carriers available. We have light cruisers available. That's about it, and honestly, that is fine. That's fine. Let's tell our airfields to attack enemy ships in general. We're going to have to rely heavily on our anti-ship missiles, and we're going to have to heavily rely on our aircraft. So we're going to need fairly heavy cap. I don't think we're going to need two-phase search. I am going to look, and I'm going to see if we can't get a... Because I know that there are going to be... assets that we need to hit. So I'm going to send in our dive bombers. They're going to try and hit that as best they can. We're going to not be too aggressive with our cruisers. We have anti-ship missiles to deal with heavy assets, but if their ships are heavily damaged, then they probably don't have... Okay. I don't know who fired a missile, but was it us? Must have been us. Yeah, our ships are firing missiles at something. Right, get torpedo bombers in the air, quickly. Bring our cruisers around. Whatever that ship is, I want it dead. Give it an 8 salvo. Then turn away and we'll see what effect the missiles have. Oh, it's Admiral Lazarev. Oh my god. That's 4 additional missiles. Oh, she's not. She's not in a good way. Oh, no. Alright, give her Yeah, give her a final coup de grace. Why not? Yeah, give her 3 more. Oh, that is... Oh, that's really not what you want to see. Oh my god, she's really not in a good way. Oh, that is not... And then you've got the strike from the carriers coming in as well. Oh, that's really not gonna be... That's really not gonna be pretty. Oh, no, that's just not... Oh, God, give him 4 more. Why not? Oh, I think she's sinking. Yeah, I think... Yep, I think she's sinking. Yep, she's stopped, and she is not moving. I think she is probably going to sink due to either excessive fire or excessive damage otherwise. Do we have anything that could deal with Admiral Ishakov's? We do. Yep, 4 missiles. Give him hell. For the Kronstadts, anything? Not as of right now. They're not within range yet. Never mind. It's all right. We can play dodgems. It's fine. Well, that's good. 2 missile hits is still 2 missile hits, and that's not missile hits they can easily afford to take. We've got no missiles within range, sadly. We do have aircraft on the way in. They won't be here for a bit, though. This is where having Kang Ding would be really, really nice right about now. Because she actually would be able to chase the Russian heavy assets away. Although, to be fair, our light cruisers are, despite everything, giving a good account of themselves. And we might have some torpedo hits, if we're lucky. Nah, we weren't as lucky as I hoped we would be. Still, those torpedo hits did force them to turn away, which is good. We have to sink that force before our ships can actually go in and hit them. Come on. That's good. I'm not really too concerned about the CAs. I want you to hit the... Okay, torpedoes are being dropped against the CAs. This is good. Yeah, this is where it starts to really hurt. Yeah, this is where shit really starts to hurt. This is where the horde of Russian, sorry, not Russian, sorry. The horde of Chinese, naval aviation arrives and just basically says, yeah, nah, I'm sorry, Chief, no. Prepare to die. And just obliterates them. Like, this is the bit where that happens. So, yeah. I'm dancing about on the edge of their gun range because I know they're in a bad way, but I want to keep them ID'd. Oh, never mind. Here comes more of our aircraft. Just to do even more shenanigans. My god, the sheer amount of shit we are throwing at these people. My god. Do you give up yet? Surrender now. For God's sake, surrender now. I've no idea where or if there are any enemy carriers. Apparently there are enemy carriers in this battle, but given my lack of service assets, I need my carriers to be blowing up the enemy's heavy cruisers. Otherwise, we just can't succeed in the landing operation. I'm having to play keep away here, and this is really not going well. This is really not going well. This is really not going well. Please tell me somebody has something, anything. I will take anything at this point, because we are in the dire straits. This is not good. The one time both China's heavy units are out of the fight is the one time they could have been useful. This is really not good. Well, here come the Dornier D145s. There might be a possibility that we can make a, Oh, there's the hammer. Yeah, there's the hammer. Torpedoes, bombs, guided bombs, they're all being released. And now we've got incoming extra aircraft from the land-based airfields as well. Like, this is just... bad day to be a Russian cruiser, that's all I'm gonna say. Bad day to be a Russian cruiser. Like, this is really not... like, it's really not their day today. It really isn't. Ah, shit. Here they come again. I mean, yes, we wasted the, yes, we did waste the enemy, you know. You know what I mean. We wasted the, there. Who's trying to carry guided? Oh no, you shouldn't be carrying guided, you should be carrying heavy. That's fine. We need to sink these Russian cruisers, or for at least make them break off. Goodness sake. This is not going well. Like, this is really, really not going well. It's not the best thing in the world. I have to admit, my cruisers are actually making a lion heart of this, and it's really not going that well. Like, they are really trying. Oh, it was a single torpedo fire, but it was a single torpedo well worth the asking price for. Come on, aircraft. I need you now. I need you now more than ever. Yeah, this is the problem, actually breaking through the Russian blockade to actually get to our objective. And whether or not we will or not. Well, torpedoes have been launched at least. That hopefully will do something. It didn't. And our aircraft completely missed the target. This is really not a good day. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get to break through to the objective, sadly. It seems like they have deterred our invasion. I mean, they've deterred it with insignificant losses to us, so it is technically probably going to be a break-even, given we've sunk one of their very valuable battle cruisers. In fact, I believe she's their only battle cruiser in theater. As far as I'm aware, she is. And also, as far as I'm aware, well, never mind. They fought the damage as best they could, but it was never going to work long term, I don't think. Problem is getting ashore. We need battle wagons to blast the enemy defenses apart. It's going to be the issue. We don't have any battleships to do that job. I could summon carrier aircraft to do it, but I'm a bit nervous. I also don't know where the enemy's cruisers are. And I feel like I'm sailing this convoy into a trap. Well, I'm not sailing it. It's sailing under its own steam. I'm going to do a radar picket ahead, and we're going to see if we can find anything. As far as I can see, the way through to the target is clear. And I'm also not getting any radar reports on anything, actually. There are camouflaged coastal batteries that we can't see. Yeah, I can't see the target. Ah, there's that coastal battery. Right. 6-inch guns will have to do. Because it's what we've got. I just have to hope it's enough. It may not, in fact, be enough. Jesus, those coastal batteries are really working us over. Like, can we get... Like... Can I just get an Alpha Strike in here just to blow this entire coastal battery and everything surrounding it to Kingdom Come? Yeah, bring in the Air Force. I wanna let them have a crack at this. We need to be quick though before the Russian ships actually show up, which is not what I want. Oh, she nearly made it to port, but not quite. Ah, shit. Chow Ho is sinking. That's all 3 Russian cruisers lost, sadly. Okay, chaps, there are coastal batteries there. Please hit them. Apparently, no, the aircraft would not hit the enemy coastal batteries, so we can't invade. That's annoying, but... Well, it's a bit of a Pyrrhic... It is a bit of a Pyrrhic victory. Very much a bit of a Pyrrhic victory indeed. Which is very, very annoying. If I'd had even one capital ship here, I really could have turned that into a win. Probably for some reason, Naval High Command decided to launch my plan when we had no active heavy surface combatants. Not my battle cruiser and not my battleship. So, yeah, this is one of those ones where I sit there and I go, this is partially the game's fault, but it's also something you could see realistically happening, them putting all their faith in. Yeah, it is annoying, but, well, what are you going to do? There's not much you really can do, unfortunately. It is what it is. Still. We just have to hope that everything goes reasonably okay. Okay. Enemy carriers are being bombed. Enemy light cruisers are being missiled. I mean, talk about actually giving them the business. I mean... Yeah, everybody in port, please. Come on, everybody into the port. Come on, everybody in. Oh, for the love of God, why? The mission should be over. Of course. This game at times can make you go, why? Because of course the retreating merchant convoy is now going to get destroyed by the entire heavy cruiser force of the Russian Navy, when it shouldn't have done, because the game should have ended 200 ticks ago. Because, yeah, the Russians apparently need a win. Because, yeah, of course they do. This is just bollocks, and I'm watching everything go to shit because the game has decided to have it go to shit, and that's just the way it's gonna happen. Which is, you know, it's really fucking... This happens in Rule the Waves sometimes, and every single time it makes me just go, why? Why are we here? Why? Why are we doing this? Just, why? Well, lots of missiles have been launched, and missiles are hitting things, so that's good. But we've no way to tell exactly what the outcomes of those strikes will be. Well, skip bombing is occurring, which is an interesting thing to have happen. I just wish that we could actually end the match. Thank you. Are we done? Right, okay. What's the butcher bill? Well, okay, it's technically still a win. We lost 2 light cruisers and a destroyer. They lost a battle cruiser, an armored cruiser, a destroyer, and an auxiliary. Okay, that's alright. That's technically a win. Yeah, this is the problem. Yeah, this is the real problem. But that's a real problem for us to pick up next week. Now, as I said, short, sharp, and sweet when I am working, and long when I'm not. So because I'm working, it's going to be short, sharp, and sweet. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Take care, and tune in next week when hopefully we'll finally finish the Second Sino-Russian War. Bye-bye!